The headlines: a motion of no confidence has been filed against Prime Minister Jeremiah Manele, with Parliament confirming receipt of the notice on Monday. The Solomon Islands economy is projected to grow by 2.7% this year. And former Prime Minister Manasseh Sogavare has refuted criticisms surrounding the decision made by 11 senior government ministers and backbenchers to walk out from the government. Hello, you're watching SIBC's TV News Bulletin. I'm Eliza Kukutu. A motion of no confidence has been filed against Prime Minister Jeremiah Manele, with Parliament confirming receipt of the notice on Monday. Sharon now reports.
A motion of no confidence has been filed against Prime Minister Honorable Jeremiah Manele, with Parliament confirming receipt of the notice on Monday. Clerk to the National Parliament Jefferson Halu confirmed that the motion was filed by the Member of Parliament for Central Honiara, Honorable Gordon Dasililo.
A motion of no confidence put on notice yesterday afternoon. It was presented to the Speaker yesterday afternoon, and being registered inside the business paper. The business paper was notice board law Parliament, where every items for Parliament consider by him go up na the business paper. So it's on the business paper. It will be there for 7 days as required by Section 34 law Constitution. 7 clear days notice, which will lapse or by March or Monday the 5th May. That's next week. So by him available for move from Tuesday onwards. So that's briefly the procedure for motion of no confidence. That one. Majority rule. So this means that Parliament must command the majority of the all members in order for the decisions for Parliament legitimate. So Parliament must be commanded by a majority of the members of Parliament. So when there is an indication otherwise, any member himself move now. There's a motion of no confidence for check him now that majority. So it's a constitutional mechanism where the immigrant for ensure that government got the majority of members behind it to ensure that there is authority and legitimacy in government actions and Parliament decisions by Parliament passing law, motions and all same. So
Mr. Halu clarified that although the motion did not include specific reasons for seeking the Prime Minister's removal, Parliament accepted it in line with the standing procedures and the principles of natural justice. He explained that parliamentary processes allow for such motions to proceed, even if broadly bordered, as both the government and opposition will have the opportunity to present their arguments when the motion is debated.
With the motion that has been put on notice by the member of Central Honiara, any reasons. I think that is one of the concerns that has been raised in the past, because the law of natural justice said that anyone accused or alleged of any wrongdoing, he must be presented with those facts for himself. What now? The allegations against him or her, and so that himself got him time for respond to those allegations also. But then the motion usually worded in that generic form, also. Unlike law courts, for example, you have to present him those things beforehand now. Also. But the process of the Parliament a little bit different. The reasons will unfold on the floor as they debate the motion of no confidence. So in that way, compliance with the law of natural justice, I'm still presented, because in one Falman by him talk motion, all 49 at the moment, all 49 members of Parliament, but I got an opportunity for talk with him, and each one might get him on reasons of that. Also, so that's why when I look in reason and put down law motion. So when the reasons unfold on the floor when they debate the motion next week, and then Prime Minister Bam got an opportunity for him to respond to those allegations, and then it will be put to a vote. So in that process, the rule of the law of natural justice, him still present and him accommodate him now the process parliamentary debate.
Meanwhile, Parliament was adjourned yesterday and is scheduled to resume on the 6th of May. Sharon Nanal, SIBC TV.
Prime Minister Jeremiah Manele has urged Solomon Islanders to remain calm and respect the democratic process as Parliament prepares to debate a motion of no confidence on Monday, 6, 2025. Prime Minister Manele made the call in Parliament yesterday morning while moving a motion to adjourn the House until next week. Stating the current political tensions and the pending no-confidence motion against his leadership, he said it was important the situation be handled respectfully and lawfully.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. So I move that at its adjournment on Tuesday, 29th April 2025, Parliament shall adjourn to Tuesday, 6 May 2025. So the reason for this special adjournment, we all know the current political situation. I think it's important that we deal with this. Motion of no confidence has been noticed to be moved on Tuesday, 6 May. So I think there is some sense of urgency given to the current situation. On that note, as Prime Minister, I would like to appeal to the good people of Solomon Islands, including Honiara, to remain calm and respect the democratic process that will be underway, including on Tuesday, 6 May, when the motion of no confidence is moved.
Now, Opposition Leader Matthew Wale questioned the Prime Minister's mandate to move motions, claiming he lacked majority support. However, Speaker Patson Oti ruled that Manele remains Prime Minister until removed by a vote, thus retaining procedural rights.
Principle enshrined in our Constitution that any government by majority, and so Emi Barab given the urgency to this matter that Parliament give it priority treatment. I also joined the Honourable Prime Minister to call on the public to remain calm and not to resort to actions or activities that might cause instability. Emotions and loyalties and allegiances need to be brought under discipline right across the nation, and especially in Honiara, to allow leaders to sort through the issues and to have this matter determined on Tuesday. As you can see, Mr. Speaker, the mandate of the House will decide, and it would be in that spirit of calmness, it would be also expedient if the Prime Minister could consider stepping down immediately and not allowing us to go through the uncertainty to Tuesday the 6th, but that's a matter for himself to prayerfully consider. That way we can proceed straight to election of Prime Minister as opposed to deal with the motion. But that's, as I said, a matter for him to consider. The side of the House, to bench this side, have absolute pleasure in supporting this motion, Mr. Speaker. Thank you very much.
Leader of Opposition, point noted, the Prime Minister is still Prime Minister until he is moved out of the office, and therefore I have given permission for him, understanding Order 26.1, to move the motion as required. Thank you, Honourable Prime Minister.
The Solomon Islands economy is projected to grow by 2.7% this year. Sharon now with the details.
The Solomon Islands economy is projected to grow by 2.7% this year. Central Bank of Solomon Islands Governor Dr. Luke Forau announced during the CBSI 2024 annual report launch on Monday. He said their projections is based on the assumption that the forestry sector will decline while growth will be seen in the other core sectors of the economy.
The Central Bank projects that Solomon Islands will in 2025. And this is on the assumption that the forestry sector will decline. Nevertheless, growth is expected to be driven by the agriculture, fishing, manufacturing, construction, mining, and retail, trade, and tourism sectors. Over the medium, the economy is expected to return to the pre-pandemic levels and stabilize at 2.5% on average. And this assumes that there are no new sources of growth. Sustaining medium to long-term growth requires targeted policy adjustments, including diversifying our economy, rebuilding fiscal buffers, and strategically reallocating resources where they are best utilized.
Dr. Forau said the country's economic growth rate is currently very weak. He explains 5 years after the pandemic, the economy only grew at an average rate of 2.7%.
We haven't gone out from the woods yet, yeah? Like 2 years back, yeah? Like the spike in growth low. 23 was basically contributed to the Pacific Games. And if you look at if we use the GDP growth rate as a metric for measuring our health, yeah? It's really not doing any good number. I mean, on average, it's just around 2.7, 2.6% number. So we are not actually performing well.
So healthy month would be on which?
So like what I mentioned, we are still on that scale. So we are still sick. Like you coming out from hospital, although you've been discharged, but you are still, you know, the sick flavor is still low UA. So, and you can even look at our health system and our education system. Those are all the attributes that it will tell us whether we are actually developing. And as I mentioned, we are just like 1 step forward and 2 steps backwards. Because all our services, like right now, it's just I'm not able to save him no more. The people blame me. The shipping services to the provincial something are not improving. Maybe in other provinces, but generally they are not. So really, in overall, we remain the same as.
And how long by thinking by we might stay this as we are?
That's a good question. So the onus is on all of us. We need to take actions. So it starts from the government, and then, so the government has very good policies in place. Implementation part is another issue.
CBSR reported the country's economy experienced a slowdown growth in 2024, growing by 2.8%. Sharon Nanau, SIBC TV.
Former Prime Minister Manasseh Sogavare has refuted criticisms surrounding the decision made by 11 senior government ministers and backbenchers to walk out from the government. Speaking to the local media today, Sogavare refuted criticisms that the decision undermined the interest of the people. He said the members really cared for the country. The former finance minister said the members view the allegations that they moved to save themselves from corruption as insulting and based on ignorance on what was going on in the government.
If I'm not taking these elections very lightly, no more straight. If I'm not taking them very lightly and carelessly, no. We follow a government in past, passing first anniversary of as a government that of course promises hope, security, progress, and prosperity to our people through our intention to implement transformational changes. And no agenda we will stand up. And this is a worthy intention, and we will everyone support it. But you know what I needed? It needs unwavering, strong, and decisive leadership for achieving. Even if unpopular decisions that may undermine our own personal interests for the good of the coalition have to be taken and must be taken now. But we don't see that. We even don't look at that one now. And there is no hope for that, the leadership of the government by doing that one. And what happened, of course, the resignations of the Deputy Prime Minister is at the prompting of the caucus, not by the leadership of the government, for taking decisive actions on what is the cause of problem with this government. The Prime Minister play a very pivotal role, very, very important role in the progress of the government, and we ensuring that ensure issues that would threaten the smooth functioning of the government, we may address them quickly and address them timely. We do that, take actions. And if minister said to be removed in the national interest, do it. We did not see that. Guess me, there's a very protecting now, or the several people. I'm not. So I guess what I'm saying is no easy decision for Mifal for making, fully, of course, acknowledging the consequences of what the decisions that Mifal make on the stability of the government. But Mifal doing it because Mifal can rely and design to see our country progressing with more certainty and I guess sense of purpose. And this is clearly missing in the government that the Prime Minister lead.
Meanwhile, Honorable Manasseh Mailanga say they have valid reasons behind their walk from the government.
Yeah, me just like for just add a little bit. I mean, first is by 10 of us, Mifala move. I mean, I think we are leaders and we are senior leaders because there is some articles that go out and said that we are grasshopping. I think this is not grasshopping. Yeah. If you look back to our histories, we are not people like that. You look back to our records from Mifala, our history. You move because of something. You cannot just move following ting blue no more. There is something that's why making you for move. And as leaders, we are here to save our people with justice and integrity. Lord, this country, and that is why we're here. People blame mandating me, Mifala for come, for saving this country. And me that for ironing out such allegations or some, where some fellow members, Honiara side, where Mifala stop what to put them up. Yeah? I think they are childish. They are very, very childish in politics. Me like for Telecom. As colleague Blomé Telecom, yes, there are reasons why Mifala move. And it comes back to the leadership. Everything always follow leader. If leader, you know somewhere how to handle him, a group, then him never want him happen. I think if you can recall back, there's a petition been sent to the Prime Minister. Yeah. And that one, Barakawam nearly cost up half of the government side with a party, coalition party, which is People's First Party. Well, they are the ones that really behind this. Yeah? We who are here, we are from our party. When we follow stay quiet and watching things. And the people who are out like to move out at the first place, now to go back and stop. Yeah? They are the ones that disagree with the leader, with the Prime Minister, and brings all this up. So that's why we call, why not on all of this side? They should be moving. They should be moving. So there are allegations, things that we are not happy of because of leadership. Like colleague Blomé Telecom, with a weak leadership, it may hard to achieve anything. We can't move. A leadership must be a strong leadership. Then it may move whatever policies that our government want to implement.
Now, still on the political development in the country, former Prime Minister Honorable Manasseh Sogavare said he is willing to take up the Prime Minister's positions should his colleagues want him to. Honorable Sogavare made the statement when speaking to local media today. When asked by local media if his move from the government is motivated by the Prime Minister's position, Honorable Sogavare said he has never fought to be the Prime Minister.
That's what people are thinking, yeah, man. To be Prime Minister, you apply for this all work, and I've never, for life of me, fight to be Prime Minister. It is offered to me. Also, so we will come here, we will come with, yeah, and then the new coalition will decide on that one. So that's the to answer that question directly, and you hit him directly, Logina. So we'll leave that to the new group to decide. Oh well, if offer is there, of course, you be respecting decisions, but very senior people of this are very senior. So far, we said that this come genuinely from the heart of people. Of course, we will accept that.
Remittances have surged to become the third largest source of foreign exchange for the Solomon Islands, with the central bank reporting a 68% increase last year. Alex Dadamu reports.
The Central Bank of Solomon Islands, CBSI, reports that remittances have become the third largest foreign exchange earner for Solomon Islands. CBSI Governor Dr. Luke Forau revealed during his presentation of the bank's 2024 annual report on Monday. He revealed that remittances from the labor mobility schemes increased by 68% last year, contributing $475 million to the national economy.
Yeah, so last year we received 475 million. That's up from 280 something million from 2023. So it almost doubled the amount here. And I think it picked up quite well, yeah? And the amount, I think, number of our people abroad there is around 7,000 or 8,000 people. And if the number continues to increase, we will see this sector increase, and in fact become one of the major contributing foreign exchange earner for UMI. So we have logging as the number one foreign exchange earner for UMI. Then the second one is cocoa, yeah? For last year, it's cocoa. Then remittance from seasonal workers now, third. And the fourth, I think, gold export. But mineral is also picking up, so yeah, for last year it was third largest, which is good news. And I think we're still hopeful, although our growth trajectory is not what we wanted, we are still hopeful that we will improve further.
In response to concerns over potential brain drain relating to the labor mobility scheme, Dr. Forau said ensuring that the country doesn't lose its human capital lies with the program's screening processes. He added that the country's high unemployment rate means the labor mobility initiative actually functions as a brain gain for Solomon Islands.
In terms of our capital resource here, we have a very large population or youth population where they're not able to find employment. So there's unemployment here, and this issue of people going on for seasonal workers, and there is this thing called brain drain. Yeah? Now, for our situation at the moment, I don't think this brain drain thing is an issue. In any case, for me, I think it's brain gain. People going to attend this seasonal workers and all that, they're actually gaining exposures from outside. So for me, it's a brain gain for our population. And I think you mentioned some of our some qualified people, they also join the scheme. Yeah? Perhaps that depends on the recruitment, some policy government or the labor mobility unit to actually on how to screen the applicants to ensure that we send people who actually really need a job, and those who can find a job, then especially with the qualification. But I also do understand that on the university graduates, but still not finding any jobs too. So that's the reality, that there is no job opportunities available here. So even if they go, for me that's a gain. So it's a brain gain in that sense.
Alex Dadamu for SIBC TV.
Over 280 delegates from more than 30 countries have converged in Honiara for the Pacific Islands Telecommunications Association's PITA 29th Annual General Meeting and Expo 2025. Alex Dadamu reports.
Executives, members, and associate members of the Pacific Islands Telecommunications Association, PITA, have convened in Honiara for the association's 29th Annual General Meeting, Business Forum, and Expo 2025. Hosted by our Telecom, more than 280 delegates representing over 100 organizations from 30-plus countries are in Honiara for the event. In his remarks as keynote speaker, Prime Minister Jeremiah Manele says that the association serves as a hub for regular exchange of information in the Pacific.
The PITA AGMs is a space where those involved with telecommunications in the Pacific region exchange experiences and formulate solutions. I do note that PITA also provides training opportunities and is a hub for regular exchange of information, and it represents the Pacific well in the international communications community. The Pacific Islands Telecommunication Association is a true manifestation of regional cooperation, collaboration, and partnership in the communication sector. PITA AGM provides a platform for discussion and collaboration between the telecommunication entities registered in the Pacific.
Meanwhile, Chief Executive Officer of our Telecom, Ms. Christina Lasaka, thanked participants for attending the meeting.
To all our distinguished guests, business and industry leaders, and partners from across the Blue Pacific continent, thank you for answering the call to gather here, to share and to build a stronger, united future. Your presence today reinforces the bonds of friendship, culture, and shared purpose that we are so proud of. A special word of thanks goes to the host organizing committee, volunteers, and all those who work tirelessly behind the scene to ensure the success of this conference, one-week conference.
This year's PITA meeting is hosted under the theme Digital Nations and Smart Blue Continent, strengthening the digital sovereignty, connectivity, resilience for the Pacific future. The meeting, which began yesterday, will run for 3 days and conclude on Friday, May 2nd. Alex Dadamu for SIBC TV.
The Pacific Community SPC is hosting a week-long workshop in Honiara aimed at enhancing national capacity in geospatial analysis and carbon stock assessment with a focus on using open-source tools for sustainable environmental management. Alfred Pagapitu with more on this story.
The Pacific Community SPC is hosting a week-long workshop in Honiara focused on geospatial analysis and carbon stock assessment of Solomon Islands ecosystems. The workshop, which concludes this Friday, aims to build national capacity using open-source geographic information systems, and remote sensing tools. Permanent Secretary for the Ministry of Environment, Susan Sulu, said accurate mapping is vital for informed decision-making and sustainable development.
The workshop is designed to build our collective capacity to monitor, map, and manage these ecosystems using the latest geospatial tools and remote sensing techniques. Accurate mapping is the foundation for informed decision-making, and it will empower us to develop effective, evidence-based policies for conservation, climate resilience, and sustainable development. I'm in fact very envious of all of you because I would like to sit in this training as well.
SPC's Earth and Observation Technical Officer Nicholas Metherol added the training supports government agencies in mapping blue carbon ecosystems like mangroves and seagrass to track environmental changes and guide conservation efforts.
So this week we're hosting the Managing Blue Carbon Ecosystems workshop, or the MAC Blue workshop. This is a collaboration between GIZ, SPC, SPREP, and we're hosting this for the Solomon Islands government. We have a range of different agencies coming, ministries including the Ministry of Environment, Climate Change, Development, and Disaster Management and Meteorology.
The workshop is part of the Managing Blue Carbon Ecosystems MAC Blue initiative and is supported by SPC, SPREP, GIZ, and Germany's Federal Ministry for the Environment through the International Climate Initiative. Participants include various ministries, Solomon Islands National University, and other local institutions. Alfred Pangepitu for SIBC TV.
The Solomon Islands Electoral Commission SIEC is considering incorporating electoral awareness into the national school curriculum in a bid to promote long-term civic education. Alfred Pangepitu reports.
The Solomon Islands Electoral Commission SIEC is exploring a program that would integrate the Commission's electoral awareness information into the country's education syllabus. SIEC CEO Jasper Haivudanisi revealed this in an interview with SIBC News. He said the idea of promoting continuous electoral awareness during non-election years depends heavily on the availability of resources to the Solomon Islands Electoral Commission. The 2024 Solomon Islands election research report revealed that the 2024 joint election saw an increase in face-to-face voter education.
First, we want to look at a more sustainable way of awareness. So we are now having a plan to work on how we can integrate some of our materials into schools, or even training teachers, law, SINU, where we're going to come out, and then the target will be senior secondary school, where you Form 5, Form 6, ready for come out, or Form 3, ready for come out and become 18 years old and participate. So through schools and that fella program, you should understand the basics of what election is, yeah, and then wait him a little bit awareness. Falahem should be like a refresher for that one. That is going forward. We are now looking at a program to do that. So we want to collaborate with SINU, with Ministry of Education, and also with the teachers, and see how best we can put that, our awareness material, within the syllabus, so that at beginning, the senior secondary school or Save finish. And even we're also looking at creating that new unit within our office to focus on more voter education program, in which we want to encourage schools to do elections within their schools, like for voting prefect, school captain, imi participate in election. So a more and proper way of doing elections, so that practice makes Okata understanding. So that is going forward for now for the commission, how we wanted to do that program with the school. So it's in the pipeline. We hope to run it by 2027 if funding available. But that is one of the things that we want to do to assist us with awareness. Number two, human as we are, when election follows this time, then we go for awareness. Nobody by me go stand up village by awareness team stand up call go by everyone say, when I go garden it, yeah. But when you go out closer to election, everybody says, oh, imigo herem awareness na because election next year or next month, no so imigo listen became herem. So it is more effective that way. And then if you want to do an awareness all throughout non-election period, I think how you manage resource, because with election, if you do it for one constituency, you have to do it for the 49. So you cannot just do one thing for one constituency, because Mifal Trafo talk about fairness, impartiality, and level playing field. Yeah? So you do it for one, you do it for all. So if you do it for Central Honiara, you must do it for Ongtong Java or Tim Losotlan. So that when you go that far, that's resources. Yeah? So that's why we have to be very careful when we want to do our programs too. So.
Alfred Pangepitu for SIBC TV.
The Solomon Islands-Australia Partnership, in collaboration with the New Zealand Foreign Affairs and Trade, launched the Child Protection Video and Talk Story in Honiara. Mary Manelegua reports.
The Solomon Islands-Australia Partnership, in collaboration with the New Zealand Foreign Affairs and Trade, launched the Child Protection Video and Talk Story in Honiara yesterday. The initiative aims to enhance understanding of child protection and safeguarding practices within the Solomon Islands education context, and to create a platform for exchanging ideas, approaches, and challenges. In her remarks, New Zealand Deputy High Commissioner Rebecca Williams highlights the importance of the initiative for students in Solomon Islands.
But today, it's important for me to recognize every Pikinini below Solomon Islands and Oketa students below Honiara High School, because lo you fella, me fella come today. You me sabe that Oketa Pikinini and young people, Oketa Nagaram strong source below Solomon Islands. Oketa Pikinini and youth now 50% below Solomon Islands population. You me must support them, this fella group, for steps safe. Him important for Pikinini Law School, for Yumi Look Save Law Potential Law Keta or some future leaders and innovators. Me bara happy for Kamlo here today for witnessing this fella launching Law new education videos and Oketa child protection video. Me proud for telling you fella today that child protection him one fella priority for New Zealand development Waka Law Solomon Islands.
Meanwhile, Australia High Commission Councillor Human Development, Dr. Tristan Armstrong, also emphasized that children and youth are the future of Solomon Islands.
Ogata Pikinini and youth are the future of country, bro, you mean. So you must work hard for ensuring safety and happiness for Ogata Pikinini and students. Yeah. You may got a more vehicle responsibility for protecting Ogata. Also, mummies and daddies, also teachers, principals, elders, aunties, uncles, and development partners too, where you may everyone got a responsibility for this fellow child protection and to look after him good, every Pikinini and student. So that's something where you mean everyone must be good. How now for ensuring child protection.
Mary Manelegua, SIBC TV.
And now the latest in sports with Crofton Utukana.
A team comprised of sports development officers, coaches and technical staff from 11 sporting federations is currently in Choiseul Province to deliver a youth athlete development, identification and training program. Team leader Francis Manioru told SIBC Sports that the delegation will visit 4 schools around Taro area to implement the program.
The objective of Mifala now, Mifala designing the programs where up at the SDOs here, doing part of their talent and identification program of schools here. Mifala looking at a lot of potential in a lot of provinces, but the national federations never reach out because a lot of things too and contribute to that one. So that's one part of our coming, talent ID. And the second part now, any opportunity for the federations, if possible, and we've also finding people here for establishing now with the sport associations, the Yellow Province. We've looking at anyone for a gap where sport and Nosa Kasim provinces now, connection Kasim to down That is when any sporting bodies and organized or established the yellow province. So now the objectives of Kamlon.
Mr. Manioru also stated that both teachers and students at the schools they visited expressed gratitude for the program.
It's very clear and obvious that October are excited for good. Me feel Kasim Lohia or the Saturday or the keep on call come or just like me feel confident that me feel by go Kasim school. And when me feel arrive go to school today, you can see that the participation and how teachers are happy for good, very clear. And me a little bit got him so talk with him principal and me tell him the same thing that what have been we so kind of focus on school block at 2 years. But go today I'm happy now, what about happy for good and openly tell him to the school block at the welcome on any sport activities for anyone on their benefit National Federation on their life do many programs of school but very happy for what the focus on school.
Crofton Otukana, SIBC TV.
And that's news. Follow us on sibconline.com.sb and our SIBC News Facebook page for more of our latest stories. Thanks for watching.